Hello, I'm Library Director and Reference Librarian Jennifer Kieran from the Sherman Cone Library at the Maryland University of Integrative Health. This video addresses how to access ebooks from our EBSCO subscription service. Connect to EBSCO through the link on the tag cloud. It will lead you to the DIGO entry that is a direct link for you if you're on campus. If you're off campus, follow the steps listed in the annotation. Once you have established a connection to EBSCO, open the ebook collection. You scroll down to find it. There it is. The databases are listed in alphabetical order, so it's under E. This is the search screen. By default, the system looks through the bibliographic records for the ebooks. Because my search did not provide me with any material, I'm going to go back to the search screen and click on the checkbox that reads "Also search within the full text of the articles." This will expand my search so that it will be not only within the bibliographic records, but within the full text of the ebooks. Now that I've rerun the search, looking through full text as well as bibliographic information, I have a much better results set. When you click on a record, it shows bibliographic information plus a section called Most Relevant Pages from this ebook. It is in this section where you can view your search terms within the text. Taking this opportunity, I want to provide information about selected tools from the toolbar on the right side of the screen. Tools to take note of are Add to Folder, Print, Email, Create Note, and Permalink. The Add to Folder icon permits you to add record information and a link to a folder that can be viewed at the end of your session. All folder contents will disappear when you close EBSCO, so if you wanted to use this feature across numerous sessions, you'll need to create a personal EBSCO account. I'll give brief instructions about how to do this later in the video. It's easy to add a record to a folder. You simply click on the Add to Folder icon on the right-hand menu. Notice that the folder image has changed to show that there's a file in it, and the Add to Folder option has become a Remove from Folder option. To access materials in your folder, click on the folder image at the top middle of the screen. From this screen, you can view and follow links to the materials in your folder. Another noteworthy tool permits you to print passages from ebooks. Start by clicking on one of the entries within the Most Relevant Pages from this ebook section. With this passage open, click on the print icon from the toolbar on the right side menu. Uh-oh, an unhappy surprise. The publisher does not permit any printing from this ebook. This is unfortunate, yet it provides me with the opportunity to tell you that different publishers permit different types of access to different ebooks. Sometimes multiple users are allowed, sometimes they're not. Some books can be printed and some can't. Do not assume that the way you have accessed any given ebook will be the way to access any other given ebook. Reach the library if you have questions. Getting back to what I was trying to illustrate, from an ebook that permits printing, this is what you will see: the option to print a limited number of pages. Most ebooks limit the number of pages you can print. Aside from printing, another way to access material when you're offline is to send passages to yourself in PDF form via email. Let's explore how this works. When you click on the email icon, you will arrive at this screen. Fill out the form to send a selected number of pages to yourself by email. Again, the number of pages you can obtain this way is limited. We'll examine the Permalink tool next. When you're connected to EBSCO, A permalink serves as an easy means of opening the record for a specific work. And the link does not change. It is a persistent link to the ebook or article. Links can be required parts of reference list entries and can be useful if you want to share a link to a work with another authorized user. From within an ebook or article record, click on the chain icon from the right-hand menu. The permalink will appear near the top of the screen. If you wish to use it, you'll need to use your mouse to select it, and then you need to copy it, and then you can paste it into a document where it will prove useful, perhaps an email to another authorized user, or in a reference list entry for one of your papers. Next, we look at the note feature. It allows you to affix a note to a specific place within an ebook or article. If you intend to use this beyond a single session, remember to sign up for an EBSCO account. I like to use this note feature to capture passages that I'm going to use in my paper as either quoted or paraphrased material. I'll show you how I do this. I start by finding an interesting passage. I select it, and then I copy it. Next, I click on the Notes icon from the right side menu. Then, I click on the New Note button. Now, I can create my note by pasting in the text that I had selected previously. Don't forget to include the page number if you're going to quote. I like to have everything in one place, so I also grab the bibliographic data and I cut and paste that into the note along with the passage and the page number. But I'm not finished. You know I want to grab that permalink because once I have that, I have everything I'll need to make a correct reference list entry. And a reminder, if you want to use this method and you want the note to endure beyond your existing session, you need to register for an EBSCO account. Okay, so here's where to go to create an EBSCO account. Click on the Sign In button and choose the hypertext that reads Create New Account. It will appear on the subsequent screen. With an EBSCO account, you can save materials and notes. However, you must remember to log in order to save these within your account. Remember that by default, you will be able to save folders and notes. So if you wanted to save them in your specific account, be sure to do so. I want to cover one more noteworthy tool. It's one that appears when you're in an open ebook. So from within an open ebook, as indicated by the red arrow, what you can do is click on the Search Within icon. It's located on the right side menu. On this screen, it's circled in red. When you click on it, a search box will appear above the open ebook. Enter a word or phrase that you'd like to find within the text, then click on the Search button. Your result set will appear above the ebook and below the search box. Click on any of the results to view the page where your search term or phrase was found. Please note that some of these features may not work correctly in certain browsers. If you're having trouble, switch browsers. At my house, Safari on my Mac does not always work as expected with EBSCO. I use Firefox when I run into a problem, and I advise you to do the same. I also want to note that there's no spell check in this Search Within feature. If you don't spell your search term correctly, it won't yield material from the book. So if you were pretty sure from the content of the book that it would contain the term or phrase you've entered, you may want to check your spelling. There's one more thing I want to share. Sometimes you may see this screen. It reads, "Sorry, this ebook is in use." This is not an error message. It's informing you that the ebook you want to see is open in someone else's browser, so you cannot use it at the present moment. You can look in later to see if it's accessible. You can also sometimes place a hold. The system will ask you if you want to place a hold and be informed by email when the book is available. You'll need to have an EBSCO account to do this. That's how the system will reach you by email. Well, this concludes our exploration of ebooks through EBSCO. Thank you for your time, As always, I hope you find what you're seeking.